surface stuff on jacks this morning. There's a lot of interest in the jack surface fishing thing. So we're going to go through a few different types of lures, types of areas to look for, and the type of outfits that we're throwing the plastics on, or the surface lures on. So we're not going to be too far from the boat ramp, and hopefully tonight, or last night, sorry, was the first cool night that we've had. So if the water temperature's dropped, then it's going to shut them down a little bit, but hopefully because it's low tide, the sun coming up might warm them up on the flats a little bit. So we'll see if we can find some shallow areas where there might be some jacks. We'll go from there. We've just got to get there first. So righto, we'll see you on the water, eh? Oh no, it's a lot dirtier than what we thought it would be. But, we'll have a little bit of a play with the surface and see if there's anyone who wants to play the game. Mouth of that drain there.
Too far.
Something busting up out here, it'd be queenies, I'd reckon. So the outfit I'm using, is it on? Oh yeah. Yeah, outfit I'm using is a little infinite, 6 to 12 pound. And I've got a little surtate on this one. And the young fella, he's using an old Kestrel samurai. Oh, there's some bigger fish out there. So we'll see if we can get a fish on the surface. As I say, we don't really care what it is if we can catch it on the surface. Could be queenies, GTs, jacks, barras. Yeah, it's always a bit more exciting catching them on the top. Obviously jacks are our main target, because that's just what we target, but we'll throw at just about anything that swims if we can. Hey? In the boxes. Maybe it's a bit murky for the surface, eh?
Maybe.
Rod angles have got a lot to do with the action you get out of your popper. Like if you've got your rod tip too low, sometimes when you're using fluorocarbon leader, it'll sink the tip of your lure under your tip of your lure's face under the water. You don't get that bloop and spitting action like that. So sometimes you've got to lift your rod up until it sort of breaks the surface.
That is...
Whatever it is big. It smashed that.
I'm gonna get them that ready now.
He's running out in the open, which is good. Jesus, it sounded like a barrow, but it's fighting like a big jack.
Big jack?
Yeah. Really? Yep. It sounded like a barrow when it hit it though.
Yeah, it might be a barrow.
No, don't think so. Oh, it's possible, I don't know. It's a decent sized fish though. That first run was a cracker. I'm just going to spot lock us there, mate. Oi.
That did look awesome.
Would love to have got the bite on camera.
You sort of sitting deep like a big crab.
I don't know, it's fighting more like a barrow. That feels more like a barrow when it does that.
Every time we get it up close.
That's a good barrow, yeah.
That run was not a barrow run.
I know. This is only 15 pound braid though, so. Wait there.
You jumped out the way of the net.
Very good. A bit better. That's a nice fish, that.
First fish landed of the day.
Very good. Alright, so we'll get this. This is a little bass day backfire. So it's one of the ones we use for jack sometimes, but that's that was a smash and strike, that one I just got done. That was pretty awesome. We're going to spear him in those first, because I don't like hanging on to them when the sharks and crocs are pretty thick, so we'll just spear him in. About a 70 centimetre fish, so that's a good start. We're just trying something a little bit different here. We've got flood and flats, and there's, you can see stingray wings sticking out the water and all that sort of stuff, but there's a few fish missing smashing bait on the surface as well, so yeah. So we're just seeing what's poking about. They're not real big bowaways, but there should be barras here. Last cast, and we'll go and have a look on the other bank. There seems to be a bit of stuff on the other side, but the big thing is for us having the water at exactly the right depth. Try and get these fish. Yeah, try and get these fish before they get into the mangroves. Is it a cobweb or someone's line? Something on the other side there. There's some nice little hidey holes up in here. Atomic's just released a new braid called Atomic Lines, and I've been mucking around with it now for about 3 or 4 weeks. When you first get a new braid, you know, there's a few things you've got to sort of check out about it. One is abrasion resistance, one is knotability, the other one's castability. Where was that? Back in there somewhere. And I've been using it in the lighter breaking strains, and I'm really impressed with it. Like, the way that it casts is pretty cool, but the abrasion resistance, which has always been Braid's letdown, the abrasion resistance has been really good, so it's well worth having a look at, that's for sure. So this outfit I got here, this is 6'6", 10 to 17 pound Samurai refraction. So this is another one of those real soft tip rods we talk about that's got a heap of guts in the butt section for dragging fish out. The reel I've got on there, sadly, is discontinued. It's a Shimano and Getsu, and is one of my favourite casting reels of all time. It's very light spool, but surprising drag pressure for a reel that's not meant for this style of fishing. Snag, oh, she's off. So it's quite a versatile little reel. We've caught plenty of big fish on it, but it's not one of those reels that's designed for targeting big fish. It's more of a finesse style reel, and that's what we look for when we're doing this sort of fishing, is something that's regarded as a finesse style reel. So it's got, yeah. Oh, see that one?
I didn't see him, I saw the boil.
There's a jack.
Yep.
Oh, missed him. So something that's got reasonable drag pressure, but God gave me thumbs, big fat thumbs. So I don't need massive drag pressures for this style of stuff, because
you need a wide spool.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. I need a wide enough spool to fit my thumb in. So there's been over a 5-degree drop in water temperature in the last week, which is obviously not going to be, for these species that we're after, jacks and barrows, is going to be less than ideal. So probably what will happen is, by the end of the day, as the water temperature warms up, the fish will become more active, in theory. So we'll see if that works. Bullhead's got a tiny little barrel up in that little drain that comes out there. Right there. Not be as tiny little as you think.
No, look at him.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
He's
about to come off.
Yeah, he bet. This one's a jack, I think. Nice jack, look at this. Oh. He's nearly as big as your barrow. A lot of people are always sort of asking about, do you think this powder coat on here really makes a difference? And yes, it does. It's, oh, you got my pants. That powder coat on that hook there really adds contrast in between the plastic and the, oh, Wolfhead's little baby barra. Oh, he nearly bit me then. He lined me up, I reckon. Get here.
He's gonna get you.
Yeah, he's not gonna let me lure go. Alright. Let this fella go. We don't need any fish for a feed, so. Creek mouth there. Little drain. So what we're doing is we're trying to get these fish before they disappear back up into the snag. Sometimes the mouth of the drains with the bigger fish, if there's not enough water for them to disappear right up in the back, then sometimes I'll sit out the front until it gets that little bit deeper. So it's going to be hard to time here, to be honest, because it's coming in a lot quicker than what we expected it to. It's only supposed to be a fairly small tide run today, but no, it's roaring in when we come around the corner. So anyway, we'll just keep hammering away. This is looking a bit better along here, isn't it?
Mm.
Looking much gooder. The way that last jack hit it, he wanted it, like he didn't just half hit it.
Yeah.
I went to get a skin check the other day, and it's the first time I've been for a skin check in a long time where they actually haven't cut stuff out of me. So, but there's two things that I've got to put sunscreen on, and the lady who was doing the check on me said that if you put sunscreen on them enough, they'll actually go away. It's a sunspot that's going to turn into a sun cancer if I don't get it under control. So it's worth looking after your skin, that's for sure. In little pockets like this, little pockets to sort of open up and sort of let you skip right up in there. That's the sort of stuff we're looking for. They're like little doorways that open up into the back where the water meets the mud. And that's a prime spot at this stage of the tide. So.
Okay. That is a
drain up in that. Switch your rod for a sec. Oh, yep. That's that little jack. Baby jack. Spiky.
Ooh, snapper.
Obviously the surface lure thing wasn't working for us, so that'd have a lot to do with the water temperature drop, I think. Hello, snagged up. Come up into a little drain to see if the water's a fraction warmer, just half a degree warmer. But there doesn't seem to be any bait in here, so it'll be interesting. It's one of those ones that's going to be a little bit of a test it and see. And so far, everywhere we've thought there should be fish, there's nothing. So we're going to be sort of searching most of the day for fish, I think. Not even like one of our favourite drains we just went and looked at before and didn't even have bait in it. Camera's never going to show it up as much, but the wind here is just roaring, up the trees up here. So it's unstable weather and it's pretty windy, so which we expected anyway, so it's not like we can whinge. We're here. Just got to see what we can get. There's a little jack or something under that then. Now that's a pie. Thank you, my lovely wife. My lovely wife got that ready last night. It's left over from dinner. It's a bloody good, it's not just a meat pie, it's a big meat pie.